Contributor Mike Pompeo. And Mr. Secretary, I also add that they said they shot down 2 Indian planes. We've been unable to confirm that. Your thoughts about this long-time friction?
Brian, good morning. Yeah, this long-time friction since the division was created back in 1947. There's no doubt about that. They've been at this across this so-called line of control in the north of India, where the border between India and Pakistan exists, in Jammu and Kashmir. I dealt with this in 2019. We had a very similar situation. Both countries thought the other was moving towards rolling out their nuclear weapons. We were able to use really good diplomacy, American military influence to shape it and de-escalate. I hope the Trump administration and, frankly, others in the region. India needs support from China. So does Pakistan. There are others in the region who have the ability to shape and influence this. We do not need escalation in this fighting with 2 nuclear-armed nations.
Right. Do you think we should get involved right away?
Yeah, involved. We should be talking to both sides, making clear to them that it is unacceptable to continue this. Okay. We should help them identify what happened. There were terror attacks into India. No nation's going to allow that to happen in their own country without a response. We wouldn't let that happen here, so that's appropriate. Right. But we need to let cooler heads prevail, and we have the diplomatic capacity and the capacity to shape how they're thinking about this to, I think, encourage them to keep a lid on this thing.
Okay, well, let's talk about the news. It was pretty surprising when President Trump said this about the Houthi rebels who we've been bombing now. We have 500 separate bombing runs, 800 strikes at targets in amongst the Houthi rebels in Yemen. Listen to what the president said yesterday.
The Houthis have announced that they are not, or they've announced to us at least, that they don't want to fight anymore. They just don't want to fight. And we will honor that, and we will stop the bombings. They say they will not be blowing up ships anymore, and that's what the purpose of what we were doing.
He said Steve Witkoff worked out this ceasefire over the weekend in Oman. Are you to believe it? Who wants to be the first merchant ship through the waterway?
Distrust but verify, Brian. We've seen this movie before. I hope it's true. I hope it lasts. You're right. Who wants to be the first merchant vessel? We'll see what happens to insurance rates as ships decide, I'm going to take a run through this thing. But look, President Trump got this file right. He came in. He undid President Biden's silly policy with respect to Iran. He designated the Houthis as terrorists, and he began to exert real power against not only the Houthis in Yemen, but against the Iranian regime itself. And so it doesn't surprise me that the Houthis are, at least for the moment, backing down, slowing down, being less aggressive. That's important. We have our U.S. service members in the region that are at risk. I hope the Houthis are serious about this, and that I hope Houthi leadership gets the joke. This is not a nation that you want to trifle with, the United States of America under President Trump.
Real quick, do you think this is related to talks with Iran? Because we said every time the Houthi rebels go after one of our vessels, we consider that an attack from Iran. Do you think it's related to the talks that were on pause last week?
Oh, Brent, undoubtedly there's a connection, right? This all emanates from Tehran. You and I have been talking about this for goodness a decade now. It's related to what's going on in Gaza with Hamas, but the Houthis are basically an Iranian proxy force funded solely by the Houthis are funded solely by Iran. So yes, I think these are deeply connected. I think the pressure on Iran is real. Right. So perhaps there is real progress at reducing instability in the region. That'd be a great thing.
He ran the CIA, he ran the State Department, and now he's a professor at Columbia, who I think should keep his job. Mike Pompeo, thanks so much. Great to see you.
Thanks, Brian. Have a good morning.
All right. Straight